disappointment by many women groups and other individuals and organizations about the number of women appointed or elected to the various arms and sectors of government. Some have suggested that the way to resolve this is through affirmative action and giving a quota of women's representation. Do you agree or disagree with this suggestion?
Thank you very much, Elisa, for the question, and thank you, honorable judges, for this opportunity. Now, I would like to start by saying that yes, there has been a very big disappointment, especially with groups like Bantu International that have been fighting for affirmative action in Ghana for over 7 years. Now, what are we trying to do as a country? Our efforts need to be recognized. Currently, Ghana's status in affirmative action is not an encouraging one. According to our 2021 housing population census, we have a 50.7% female population, but unfortunately, we have a less than 5% representation in our local governments. Now, affirmative action is any action to encourage marginalized groups to thrive in an equitable society. In this case, we're referring to women. Now, I will give my story as an example. I will always thank my family, my dad and my mom, wherever you are sitting. Thank you so much. I grew up in a family of 4 brothers as the only girl, and encouraging me to take my place as a woman in society and never feel marginalized was an effort that they had to make. And now I enter male-dominated spaces like veterinary medicine, and I'm not concerned about my place as a woman because I know I have a lot to offer in society. Thank you. I know that I am very blessed. However, there are women in Ghana, women in the OT region that are still being forced into child marriages. There are women with no access to education. There are women without access to healthcare. And what are we doing as a people right here? We need to start from our roots. We need to educate our girls so that they grow up never ever feeling like they are not enough. However, as we are starting from the roots, we also need exemplary leadership from the top. I will encourage that the affirmative action bill be passed such that women have a quota of representation in our government. I will use Rwanda as a case study. In 2003, Paul Kagame instituted a quota for women representation of 30% in concurrence with the 1995 UN Beijing quota benchmark for this purpose. Fast forward to 2008, women were a majority in the Rwandan parliament and they passed the No Plastic Bill. Now this No Plastic Bill, thanks to good management and sustainable development, has been able to make Kigali, Rwanda's capital city, Africa's cleanest city. This tells us that affirmative action for women is not just to sustain a balance in our women's society, but also women have a quota to contribute to our national sustainable development. Currently, Rwanda is on track to achieving SDG 13, which is zero carbon emissions by 2050. We need to encourage our women. I would urge us all to allow women to take their rightful places as equals with men in society. We need a reform from the ground up, and we also need exemplary leadership. Thank you. Thank you so much.